Hi, Ede. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. To start things off, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your carnivore journey? How did it all started?
hmm Well, long story. I have been plant-based all my life from birth. I just didn't like meat, fish. I had eggs, dairy, but that was basically all. Um, my health was bad even when I was a child. I had early osteoporosis, rheuma, and so on. But no one figured it out that it was because of the diet. Wasn't enough for growing body. I was lacking the building blocks, and so the body was digesting itself, so to speak. But yeah, about 10 years ago, I started with fitness, training a lot, and then my menu changed a lot, and I started to have digestive issues like loose diarrhea. So basically, about 10 years, I have had loose diarrhea, and my health was declining all that time. So even when I was 30, I felt like I am 60. When I was 40, I felt like I'm 80. I didn't see any bright future in head because it was like being prison in the body. I wanted to jump, run, but I couldn't do anything because I was so sick. Multiple things were disturbing. So, and it was similar for my husband. Another reasons, but lots of same symptoms, back pain and gut issues, but also mental issues. But he was eating meat occasionally. But a few last years prior to carnivore, he was also very plant-based because he had been omnivore, it didn't work, and he hoped that maybe being more plant-based, more organic, more plants, maybe this helps. But actually, for him too, it was even worse going the health. And and yeah, at the end, I think we had tried everything. We were totally hopeless. Even few weeks or months prior to carnivore, I thought I will die because the body was so exhausted. I remember I was in my couch, lying, crying, so exhausted. I wasn't able to eat anything. I had a leaky gut. So everything I put into my mouth started to irritate. My body was reacting. I started to have spinning in my stomach, so sickness, or I don't know how to say it in English. And yeah, I was so malnourished and so tired. I had chronic fatigue, like months I couldn't wake up from the bed, or yeah, I just moved to the couch, and so that was the maximum. There were days when I wasn't able to brush my hair because I was so weak. But I am naturally very active, and I love to walk and go to the nature. So it was like very physically, mentally painful that I want to do, but I can't. The body wasn't allowing. So yeah, we absolutely tried everything. We were eating like supplements, like about 1,000 euro per month, both of us, just to survive. All kind of digestive enzymes and parasite things, and I don't even remember anymore. And and yeah, I was ready to die. I was ready to go. It was enough, and it was okay. But somehow, yeah, body survived, and then we somehow found this carnivore diet, and it was about 1.5 year ago. So briefly, my story.
I see. I see. That's awesome. How long have you been plant based? You said
Almost 40 years. I'm right now 41.
40 years.
hmm
That's quite a long time. Yeah, I'm still trying to digest that. 40 years. I think your willingness to reevaluate, your lifestyle before going carnivore. Like after so many years, I mean, 4 decades, like that's kind of, honesty is self reflection is very rare. Like you mentioned a couple of actually a lot of health issues, like pushed you to reconsider vegan after 40 years. I think that's impressive, and just for a short amount of time, after you went carnivore for a year and a half, and it made a lot of change, physically, mental. Yeah, that's very impressive. um when you did you explore like any dietary changes, like before going straight to carnivore, or after vegan, did you go to like paleo or anything like that?
No, but when I was plant based and health was declining, then we tried everything like food map, therapeutic way, just cutting out of lots of stuff. So every change we did helped a little bit, but then it was even worse. Like every time it was a little bit helped, and then again worse and worse. So it was declining still. We tried everything. Like when we cut out the gluten, then it went a little bit better, but then again, there was a problem with the plants that we couldn't digest, and that was the issue. But no keto, no paleo, just directly to the carnivore. It just appeared our life. I wasn't ever heard even about eating just meat, and even actually I heard few weeks ago before I started. I was seeing my friend and her daughter in TV. There was some show, and they are traveling a lot. Daughter is a model, okay, and she was carnivore, and she was eating only meat, and she was like so slim, and I thought that I was like, what? Why this girl is doing this? It's so dangerous. There are no plants. There are no colors. I learned to be a nutritionist about 5 years ago. So, but nutritionists, they get the same education, the pyramid, the plants are good, and so on. So I was also brainwashed like we all are. So although I was nutritionist, I saw that it doesn't work for me. I was still a little bit chubby. It didn't work for my customers also, although I was like doing my best, that you have to eat 25 grams of fiber at least, and so on, and men's 35 grams. So I seemingly had all this education, but nothing helped. I forgot the question.
Oh, I think you answered it. So yeah. Um, how did you notice the first changes when you switched carnivore? Was it something gradual, or like because the way you switch, it was just pretty much okay, we're gonna decide to switch now because we're experiencing a lot of health struggle, or was it something gradual?
Mm-hmm. So So this was few weeks before I saw this show, and I was spinning my eyes that this is something crazy. And but yes, then this information came again to our picture, and actually my husband saw this, and he jumped in straight to carnivore. He was actually asking our gut functional medicine doctor from Finland what she is thinking about carnivore. Is it safe or not? Because yeah, we pay lots of money to the best doctors to heal us, and she was the one of the last one, and very lovely lady. But also pushing supplements, maybe then it helps, but no, it was the food. And she said, "Oh yeah, my husband is carnivore 2 years, and he feels so good. And I don't eat grains, but I'm not fully carnivore." So we got like green light. And the same day, my husband went to the shop and bought chicken. We didn't have any education what meat to eat, so we started with the chicken. So for him, it was cold turkey because the meat wasn't something new for him. And for me, it was like I cut out grains at first. So I did like this functional medicine doctor. And for me, it was like 2.5 week transition until I ate only meat. So when I cut out the dairy, grains, then within 3 days, I lost 2 kilo of inflammation, the water that carbs are holding on in the body too, but basically mostly inflammation and pain. So I had, as I told, I started with fitness, where actually I was eating chicken breast. And I think that's very good that I had at least this, but it was low fat, very low fat, and still lots of fiber and plants. What I was telling, I was switching to another topic. I got lots of damages when I was training. Just you don't see right now. This part was coming out when I was doing some exercise, and my leg also. I was running, and it muscle went just broken. So I was like getting broken different parts of my body because I was plant-based. I was although I was counting macros, I was eating enough plant protein. But you can't digest this the same way. So these old damages, I don't know the right word, trauma, that I had, and my knees were hurting like years. So all these kind of pains started to go away. And I thought, what? Like, I was so used to feel the pain. So in my 40 years in my life, when I didn't feel any pain, a headache was like daily thing. I thought I'm dead. That was so new feeling in the body when there was no pain. It was like I'm dead. So a few times I had that kind of experience too. And then experiencing that, oh my God, that something is changing. First time in my life, I'm not declining, I'm improving the health. So I was sold within days, like really. Because until then we tried everything and then nothing worked. I didn't dream that or imagine that I'm still doing it 1.5 years later. I was doing it day by day. I couldn't imagine myself eat only meat. But we keep in mind, let's try 30 days. Let's give it a try. But for me, it was imaginable. I really didn't imagine that I'm able to do it. But we did it together. And then my husband was cooking all the foods, and he still does. And I'm very, very lucky. I'm eating everything, but he's preparing. And before I was like so picky. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. Now this health tastes so good. Just give me some meat. Okay, some days it's not so good, but still I'm still getting used to eating meat. It's not so easy, but if you have suffered so much, if you have had so much pain, it's easy breezy. Because really, if you have once lost your health, then you have only one problem. and when you find it again, you don't want to lose it never again. So I'm sold to this.
That's really awesome. I just wanted to touch back on the supplements you mentioned with the nutritionist, because I remember back then also with my issues, I had a lot of skin issues. I was taking about 10 to 15 all food supplements. I wonder how many supplements were you taking like back then? Was it like also maybe in the range of 10 to 20 supplements? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. So we didn't go anywhere without supplements. When we go out to dinner, we had our bags of supplements before and while and after. So it was a lot. And I think it helped us to stay on the water somehow, not to drown completely. So there was some supportive effect, definitely. And we used the most quality ones, the most expensive ones. We didn't want to put anything that's half quality, or you get some, I don't know, toxins with this. Or so we did our best. We really tried, but nothing worked.
Yeah, the same. It was getting expensive for me too,
Hmm.
but I was desperate to, like, get my health back, my skin. I don't want to be self-conscious, but yeah. Looking back at the start of your journey. Actually, let's go way back. Before you were a carnivore, what was your favorite food?
All kind of plants, but
Hmm.
when I was child, then I liked white bread, potato, lots of potato, cereals. So I don't know, maybe 90% of carbs, and few eggs, but mostly plants. And prior to carnivore, it was full organic. I made everything myself. I made buckwheat bread because we figured out with DNA test that all our family had celiac gene. So I already thought that I have some problem with celiac, because when I was eating pasta a few years prior to that, I instantly bloated like 7 months pregnant woman, and it was very, very painful. So, but when it was not so much gluten in menu, then it wasn't so big reaction. But to be bloated was daily thing, and then I felt like, okay, I'm full, but it was the bloating. So I felt like I am full, I was bloated, and I was constantly hungry. Constantly hungry. I had like very big bowl, bowls of salads, and I was like so happy that, oh yeah, I can eat so much, so many different things, and it's so healthy. And at first, when I switched very pure organic full food diet, I started to feel much, much better. And I don't know if you have heard medical medium. I was practicing this too, because we tried everything, and drinking lots of celery juice every day, and all these protocols. And at first, I felt good because I was coming from the processed food to this whole food. But it went worse and worse and worse for my husband too. The celery juice. He started to have so bad diarrhea, and the community of medical medium told, you just have to keep doing this. This is detox. And but actually it was doing very, very bad things for our body. But at first it felt like it's good. So yeah, prior to that, very organic, no dairy, no gluten, no alcohol, only full food, buckwheat pancakes, buckwheat cookies with bananas, with dates, no sugar already many years. So yeah, as I said, I try to be and do the best.
Wow. Wait, was your husband also plant-based? Like, because you were 40 years vegan, right? Was he
Yeah,
also the same year vegan?
he was omnivore. He was eating everything, and he loved to eat meat. And but just few years prior to carnivore, he also was like, because he had been omnivore and he got sicker, he was trying now plant-based. Maybe this helps. And again, at first it felt better when you are coming from the processed foods. You get the good benefit, and then you think that it's working, but then it's again declining, and then you're like using your head. No, no, no matter what they are saying, my body is saying something different. So yeah, we were searching, but he was trying also. We did everything long time, not 3 days. We gave it a chance, even if it went first at first, because maybe healing needs to be like this way. And when occasionally he was having meat, he had normal stool. He felt good, but he didn't figure it out. Like, what? And I didn't have this kind of experience because I wasn't eating meat. I had always loose stool and problem with my stool. So I don't know. Yeah, we just hope that with what we are doing now, with all these doctors, that this is healing and helping us. But yeah, that was already the sign.
Yeah, that's very nice. I think looking back at your journey from the beginning, I know you mentioned that like when you guys started it, you were not familiar with pretty much, just about, I guess, all of it. You started off with like just chicken, and then start buying, stuff and like similar items. Was there any like mistake you guys made in the beginning? How did you learn from them, or did you guys ever had a moment of doubt, like, hey, you know what, maybe carnivore is not working? But I'm just gonna assume you guys didn't have that, moment of doubt because it was working gradually for you guys, like you guys were getting better. But yeah.
Hmm. So also my husband started to feel instantly better. Our stomach was so painful that we couldn't even slightly touch. And within few days already he was like, oh, I can touch my stomach, like what? So the only thing I can remember right now about doubt was cholesterol, because we are so frightened about that. And that was my only worry, I think, because it started to raise. Even I heard it's okay. But still, if it happens with your body, you think you're doing everything good, you feel absolutely good, but the blood markers starts to change, and then the conditioned, programmed fear coming up. That was the only thing. But I was relying on my feeling, on my sleep, on my energy. I started to feel like I'm 20. Then I remembered that, oh wait, when I was 20, I was drinking a lot of alcohol and I had so much hangover every day. No, I don't feel like 20. I feel like 5 years old when I had all this energy still to feel and to have fun and to have life. And so yeah, I still feel like 5 years old. I have occasion joint pain still, but it doesn't disturb as much. Like I can walk, I can run, I can jump. And before that, I couldn't even stand up straight. I was like 80 years old. I couldn't stretch myself. I was so sore every time when I was waking up or getting up from the couch. It took like 10 meters at least when I can finally stretch myself. Now I'm up, and yeah, I have no problems anymore with that. So yeah, I think the cholesterol thing was only doubt, because as I said, we started to get so good feedback from the beginning, and we were sold.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, and we also watched every day all kind of videos from Anthony Jaffe, Ken Berry, and all these well-known people. And we happened to be in Carnivore retreat in Spain when we were like maybe 3 or 4 months in. And accidentally we were in Spain and we heard from Jaffe video that he's coming to Spain. There is Carnivore retreat happening, 5 days retreat. And we were like 1 hour away from this place, and it was like perfect match. And we met so many beautiful, lovely, friendly people there, like so open, so normal, and just people we don't know coming to you, asking your story. It was so lovely, and we got so much education from this 5 day event, and to get to know more information is so helpful, because now I'm running the Carnivore group in Estonia, and every day new people coming in, just asking questions, not doing the research, and maybe not knowing the language also. That's why I started this group, to share information in our language. Because for us it was, yeah, we can speak English, we can understand this, but our parents, they can't. So we wanted to create a community where there's also in our language everything. But yeah, and then I see that people don't know, and they do it wrong. Mostly they don't eat enough or don't eat enough of fat, or they eat wrong meat that they shouldn't eat. Because if you are healthy, everything is okay. It doesn't matter. Eat just animal based. But if you have some autoimmune issues or whatever health issues, then you have to know there are different protocols what you should follow to get the best benefits. So now I help people. It have organically happened. I started to share this, and people started to connect. And then I remembered, oh, I'm a nutritionist, but I'm not using this consultation anymore because it wasn't working. And now I'm doing it again, but all this bullshit is forgotten, and it's now more like experiential consultation. So yeah.
That's awesome. Wow to that event, and also the group that you started. You started a community. I think I've heard a lot of people in the carnivore space, like they've all started their own community. So that's amazing what you're doing. Um, uh, can you tell me a little bit about your, I guess, your daily life, your habits? Because I just asked you, like, what was your favorite question? I mean, your favorite food before you were carnivore. What do you like? What kind of meat do you like to eat now? Yeah,
Beef and lamb.
beef and lamb.
This is mostly, yeah. But we also followed PKD, paleoketogenic diet from Hungary, Sophia Clemens. We met her in the Carnivore also conference, and while we were in Spain, we heard that my husband father have cancer, colon cancer, so we put him to that protocol too. It's for healing cancers. They have more than 10,000 patients have been in this clinic, and we started to follow it too. So it's only ruminant meats, and yeah, we were basically lion anyway the first months. But then we started to include organ meats like brain, bone marrow, liver, and in PKD it's a very important part to include these also. So now we don't measure all our foods. Before it was strict measuring also, not to eat too much. So first year I have been in high ketosis mostly of the times, sometimes moderate, but high, just to get the fastest healing inside the body. And I was doing also some fasting and intermittent fasting anyway, but like eating once in a day or fasting like 72 hours. I felt like this is very beneficial. And I had many flare-ups, and I think I still have oxalate dumpings because I was eating so much plants. So anytime when I feel like gut is upset, it's like natural for this body to start fasting. I'm not doing it like it's too difficult. No, when you're in ketosis, it's very easy not to eat, and it's so easy to travel long distances. You don't need to eat. Right now, yeah, we eat mostly beef and lamb, and yeah, in the travelings it's not so easy. In Estonia, we know where we get our food, and we get it from the wild forest, also wild meat. And but yeah, here we eat what we can. We try to eat very clean. We avoid all seed oils. We always take the apartments where we can cook our food. So yeah, and you can travel and live this life perfectly if you just plan ahead a little bit. Take your pan and your salt and everything with you. We were traveling with the meat, like 4 or 5 kilo of meat we took from home, frozen meat, into the check-in bag. When we arrived to Thailand, then it was still frozen. So we had like 1 week food ahead. We didn't have no stress where we're gonna find now food, but we already knew that the butcher place where we start to order and yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. I'm thinking, what is the hardest thing about being carnivore? Because, like you mentioned, you're not gonna have a problem, with travel. But for me, it's always been the social gatherings, because my friends think I'm crazy, and also the travel. I'm always wondering, where am I gonna get my snack? Where am I gonna get my food? But once you're a carnivore, you don't have to worry about snack because you're not always gonna be in that state where you're going to be super hungry or you're going to be craving something. So even like just going into the baseball game, you have to look for chicken nuggets. You don't have to do that with carnivore. So what's the hardest thing for you about being carnivore?
I think the hardest part was to find not aged meat at the first, because we had very big histamine issues. So to eat only fresh meat was the most difficult. But most of people I see, they can be so much more flexible with this diet. Nothing changes, nothing happens if you one day eat more, I don't know, pork or with the sausage, some meat. But for us, it was like every herb, everything caused inflammation in the body. So we had to be very, very strict. But even in for Asian country in Spain, we found very good butcher. We could talk that please, we want only the freshest meat, and we also ordered sausages, extra custom made, where is no pepper, just meat and salt. So I think everything is doable. I think here there was so much pain that the motivation wasn't issue. I just see so many people coming in, trying, it doesn't work, falling back very easily, or people saying, it's so difficult, I don't imagine how you can do it, I can't do it. I love my bread so much. Well, you haven't suffered. That's the thing. You haven't suffered enough. So for us, it's very, very easy to stay on track. But yeah, I can understand the people who doesn't have that kind of pain. It's more difficult. But yeah, even social things, going out, we always find food. We usually use these places where we can buy a steak. And the most maybe difficult part is explaining. I don't like to explain this. If you don't see the change, and yeah, the people who know me, they know that I was very sick. And when we met, we always was talking about health, like how bad is my back and so on. Now we don't have any these kind of topics, and with the best friends you don't need to explain this, but new friends maybe, yeah, you shortly have to. But here is lots of passion also to then share this when somebody is asking. There is openness to this topic. I don't go anywhere and start to talk about this, but especially if somebody is saying I have gut issues or I don't know whatever, or my friend have something, then I'm asking, hey, have you heard about this? So that's why I started to share also, doing the channel YouTube, and I'm sharing about this, yeah, in my space. So whoever is arriving, for them, because I think we are alive because of this diet, and we are happy that this appeared because somebody was talking about this, and now Ere seems to do the same. And the best feedback is thank you, because of you I'm alive. Like, and we have heard so much this, and we have seen so many friends getting back their health, and very quickly, with lots of different troubles. Also, my husband father is now cancer free, but he also did everything they told. At first he didn't want to do chemo and radio, but he's old, he don't have English language, he don't have this information, and from your family member you don't take this as a authority. But if authority, the doctor, the white coat is saying no, you have to do the chemo, otherwise you die. But the chemo was very difficult. But at the end, all good, clean. So who knows what things helped the most. But I'm sure that being meat-based is supporting your immune system to go through the chemo that is killing your immune system. So anyway, if you are doing this conventional stuff, it's anyway good to do that diet also. But I wouldn't go, if it would be me, I wouldn't go to the chemo or anything. That I would stay strictly this. I would do the fasting. My husband, father he was 130 kilos. I don't know how much it's in pounds. He was a heavy. Then he started this diet and then it was 100 kilo. It's still much, but for him, as he have been all life very big, it was like, oh, I'm like, the cancer is eating me. He thought that cancer is eating this, but he was like, getting slimmer. And also Sophia Clemens told that you have to lower your weight to 80 or even 70 kilos, but he couldn't wrap his head around this. So he was scaring that he was losing so much weight because of the cancer. And he had lots of, because of the conditionings and he couldn't do, I think, even 72 hours fast. But I think if I get ever this kind of prognosis or diagnosis, then I will do 21-day fast at first, and then strict PKD diet. I think the cancer is coming to help you. You have been on bad diet all your life, and he also have celiac gene. But even if he got few years prior that he has this gene, he didn't change the diet. He couldn't. So addictive of this all old conditionings, and he loved to eat. And so then there was colon cancer. I don't know how much this experience have changed him, but we did our best to support and help with all this knowledge we were getting in every day, watching these all amazing videos.
You guys are awesome for doing that. Wow. How do you describe the impact of this lifestyle in one word, and what would it be? Why?
I think it changed our life. It is the proper human diet. I'm not saying that everyone have to be carnivore. Do whatever works for you. Is it with plants or no plants? I think in our case there was also antibiotics that played a role, maybe vaccines, because we started to travel a lot about 20 years ago. And at first we took all vaccines. We go in another country and you need to do it. And actually when we went to the Panama, like about 10 years ago, then my husband started to have very serious health problems in Panama. And just now we recognize that we took the vaccines, and it often triggers. And then for him, it was the thyroid that got the hit. And doctor said that, no, you have to start to take medications for all your life, sooner or later, but he didn't want to go this way. He was asking, maybe I can do with food something. No, it's nothing to do with the food. But still, he's changed his lifestyle very much 10 years ago. Stopped drinking, stopped gluten and junk food and so on. But so, yeah, I mean, we feel good. When I started eating like this, then my body, when I was eating, starting to do this eating. And I'm noticing, and at the same time, I'm feeling like I don't like the taste yet, but my body likes like dancing or swinging the tail. So I'm very sensitive and I'm recognizing these kind of things. I'm not doing this myself. Body started to do this. Like, this is the message. I don't have this knowledge. I have lived here only 40 years. I have been brainwashed all these 4 decades with the pyramid information. I thought that this is for our health. And but yeah, the body knows, the cells remembers, DNA remembers. That's I don't know. What else proof do you need when you change your diet and you start to feel good? Even my mom still thinks that she is still in the medical medium belief, and she's thinking that I'm doing something very bad. She's worried. She of course wants best for her daughter, and I want best for her too, but we can't get the connection anymore because we are now so different mindsets, and it's a little bit sad, but it is what it is. If she's doing what she's like and she thinks that it's good for her, good, do your thing, and I will do my thing, and I don't disturb you. Please don't disturb my choices, because yeah, sorry I speak so much. I don't know how to say shortly or within one word something about this.
No, it's good at all. It's very good, to be honest. Yeah, so I think when you were doing the your body's like, doing the dancing on its own. I feel like that's the moment when our body like tells us, it's the moment where we should listen to our body, because I've heard that a lot from Carnivore, saying we have to listen to what our body's saying, what's it's asking, right? So I think when you were doing that dance and then it's reacting that your body already wants that food. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah. Finally, finally, you're giving food. Thank
Uh,
you, thank you.
yeah. You just mentioned your mom like have this different perspective, like she's still in the conventional way of like nutrition, and then you're in a different perspective also when it comes to the carnivore nutrition. How do you see carnivore movement like evolving, like maybe in the next 5 to 10 years? We can do the positive and negative. Positive meaning more people are going to be joining in the community because it's working for so many people. So they're going to be curious, right? Like to try it. And then at the same time, negative side would be like false information. Maybe they'll censor it because, it's been working. And then pharma is not going to want, something like that. How do you see 5 to 10 years?
Mhm. I see it's exploding, because when I started the group 1 year ago, we had one group in Estonia, Facebook. There was 100 people, and I was trying to get in. It was inactive, and I couldn't get in. But finally, when I got in, I was placing my question. No one answered, so it wasn't active. And then I did my own Facebook group. This was starting very slowly, like 50 people. Within few months, 100 people, very slowly, and today it's 1,400. And this another group, I think they have 200 still. So, and this another group, year ago, it was 5 years old already. 5 years old, 100 people. And we are 1 year old and we have 1,400 people. But we also do a lot of job, because I don't have any other job to talk. I'm talking about non-duality and I'm talking about carnivore. And I wake up, I start to write articles about seed oils, I start to investigate and translating different English videos and so on. So we produce information, a lot of information. So it's job for me, but I don't get money for that. But it's just the passion and to help. And as I said, my salary is thank you, Era. That's so heartwarming. So I think it's exploding, but of course I see how they try to push us down, quiet us. Even I have got some warnings from Facebook. My chat group have been closed because the robots was seeing that we don't speak about mainstream stuff, and but I think it's now already too big to silence. More and more people are coming in, and in our group there are not carnivores only. I keep it open for those who are sincerely interested to learn about this, because more and more old people coming in, and they don't have any knowing or knowledge about evolutionary diet, about carnivore diet, and they are the most difficult ones to change their mindset, because just decades of programming. But even then, if they have searched solution for so long time, and if they have a little bit this capacity of thinking and openness, they can see that there is something. And if they are sincere but not still carnivore, they are really open, or I'm open them to come and see around. And if it doesn't click, you are free to go away. I try to hold this space very friendly and supporting, not attacking and like this. I don't want to debate there too much, because there are so many information. Just go and read few articles, and then we can discuss. Don't just come and start shouting there. I don't have nothing or need to prove this or to sell this to anybody. So anybody who feels like maybe, I don't know, let's go and see. Yeah, they are open. They are welcome to come in to this community. So yeah, if it have grown like this within a year, and I see every day we bring in more people or coming in, I have to accept every people one by one, and yeah, because yeah, people, it seems like, are waking up. They have done all life the way they told you to do, and they see it doesn't work. Like you get one medication, then another medication, then another medication, and the health is declining. And then they are hearing that, but people are getting healthy without supplements, without the medications. And then they are reading that, the medication, it's not healing. Because when I was very sick, I was always asking from the doctor, why it happened? Can I do something? They don't know. They just are the dealers, not the healers. They just offer the medications, different kinds, and that's what they can do. And in Estonia, we say for medication, it's healer or something word. So in our brain, it feels like, it should heal. And then you understand it doesn't heal. You have to take it forever until you die. So it's just suppressing the symptoms, but your body is still in balance. Why you got that symptom? Why you got sick? Nothing addressed this one. So now when people are finding this and they start to get the balance, they get the feedback so quickly that there is something, and they keep on doing. And that's the best, I think, feedback in your own body. First time in life you see that it's getting finally better. Getting older doesn't need to be painful. I mean, I was 30, 40, even in my 60s, I started to have so bad back pain. And yeah, I was a little bit worried where my life is going when I'm already so sick. And I'm seeing myself now living 100, maybe 200, who knows, and still active and energized. Yeah, but healing takes time. If you have been eating like seed oils, processed foods all your life, then your mitochondrial, they don't work as they should. Like I said, I was living in couch. My energy level, I think, was 10% or something. I wasn't. I didn't have a job, and I was thinking, if I have a day job, how it's possible? I should have always this paper from doctor that I can't go to the job. Months and months and months, but you can't keep the job like this. and now I think it's 90 or 100, or it's as it should be. And before, when my Chinese doctor asked, how is your energy level, I was like, I'm constantly so tired and fucked that I don't know even what is the normal level. If you're constantly low, you start to think, okay, maybe it's 40 thing, I don't know. but yeah, so it can take years to reverse whatever your lifestyle have been previously, to clean up the cells, to lower the inflammation, the omega-6s, PUFAs, and to get the balance. So yeah, but it's lovely journey. It's lovely progress, because it's progressing to the positive side, and this gives so much energy. Yeah.
That's so awesome. I mean, I absolutely love your approach. Like, from earlier, you said that, I don't want to go and debate with someone. We have the information, we can go through it together. You can bring it up, and then you can make the conclusion. I mean, you can't have them decide on their own. I mean, for themselves. So we'll just approach it. I'll give you the information. I love it. Um, Knowing what you know now, about carnivore, like if a friend like came up to you, say that, hey, I'm having a leaky gut and also some stomach issues, and I'm not even sure if this is I'm having some arthritis problems also, but I didn't get it checked. What would you tell them?
Try carnivore.
Hmm.
Just at least 30 days, 30. You should see some benefits within that time. Of course, the healing takes longer time. For me, I think it was like about 4 months when my SIBO, IBS, reflux, all these kind of things disappeared. I don't know how long time the leaky gut is going to heal. But yeah, I don't want to try yet different things, because I don't miss them. I was missing so long time, like cucumber, because it was the last thing that I was eating with the meat, because I thought it's the safest one, and I have always loved cucumber. And then one day I had cucumber finally when I was like 1 year carnivore. I was peeling it, and it was this short one from my husband mom. He was growing, so local organic, and I was eating it, and it was like meh. Why I should eat it? Yeah, it was crunchy, juicy, tasteful, but instantly it doesn't give anything. And when I'm eating meat, then I feel I get nutrition, like it's filling, and I have no bloating, I have no problems, and I have steady energy. So why I should include things that my body is telling it's just fun, but it doesn't give anything. So for fun, maybe one day we add some veggies, like maybe 5 or 10%, or when we occasionally go somewhere like wedding or where is the mixed food, then maybe we eat, and we don't gonna die because of that, because now our health can take it, but we don't seem to choose it. I think it's a little bit pointless. And this is me, who is 40 years vegan and loved all this stuff, and thought it's very, very important. And yeah. But I would say try 30 days, and I am here. Please contact me whenever you have any questions or worry, because the transition, the first week, can be very, very difficult if you are coming from carbs, like I was. I was like, oh, it is addictive, and the body is still addictive. I see how it's thinking about carbs and eating carbs, and especially when there is low day or periods are coming or something. I think it would stay forever, but I see that it have declining. At the first months, we went to the shop, and I was touching the bread and watching the chocolate and eating like this way, but my hand. Even now, when we came to the Vietnam to visit my friend, I was in Estonia, and 2 times I completed or thinking about buying something sweet Estonia chocolate. It's very good. It's clean also, not like this international stuff. But still, my hand doesn't buy it. My hand doesn't raise to buy it. Yeah, to my friend, because not for me, but even to my friend. I don't want to sell or give or the poison, the sugar. Yeah, sometimes I eat 100% chocolate, 100%. So there's no sugar because I'm sweet tooth, and this is maintaining my sanity in this diet. It is genetic. I can't do anything. It's not my husband problem. It's totally this body problem. But I can manage this very well.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're right about that. The first 30 days would be would require some, some discipline. I think the cravings for me was very high. So, but once you get over that, they slowly go away, and then I think I try to play around with it, like mentally, just say like, you're feeling good, but at the same time you have this craving. Which one are you gonna pick? So,
Yeah. Lots of mental masturbation, and yeah, you have to push through if you really want to see what it's doing. 30 days, and that the first 1 week I think is the most difficult. At least here it was, and the second one too. But all these cravings that I had before, they still going less and less and less. I'm not saying that there are no cravings anymore, but there are something more important here than to have this short term of pleasure. Yeah, it's fun, but here it comes also with the problem later. So I have done it few times, and it's not worth of it. But maybe someday it is. You feel so bad that I have this chocolate, and I feel this day then good, and maybe then after a few days coming where I have maybe constipation or pain in the stomach because of the oxalates and other stuff, fiber, whatever there is. But yeah, I take that, but I have to be very. I have to be strict because I'm so addicted to the carbs. So it's a slippery road here. For some bodies, it's more easy than other bodies. So you have to know your body and how it's working, and doing accordingly. You don't want to mess with the fire or play with the fire, especially if you have suffered because of that all your life. So it's not worth. The meat is so fulfilling, so tasty. You don't miss pain.
Absolutely. I agree with everything. Ere, if people want to reach out or follow you, where's the best place to connect?
So I have YouTube channel, Eat, Meet, Heal. I have there, it's 2 language, Estonia and English. So just subscribe. And if there are too many Estonian videos, don't stop subscribing. There will be coming English language videos too. Because yeah, I want to support Estonian people also. So, and to do 2 different channels, it's too much work. I already have the non-dirty channel too. So Eat, Meet, Heal in YouTube. But yeah, Estonia Facebook group. We have also there people from US or Australia or Finland, few people, because the automatic translation. So some friends are there too. But yeah, that's
excellent. I'm gonna make sure I'll post all of them in the description. Ere, thanks again for joining me today. A pleasure to have you. I enjoyed hearing your story and your learning more about your carnivore journey. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting. It was so lovely to see you and meet you and have a chat. Have a nice day or evening. You have evening.